afternoon, everyone. Excuse me, this is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for January 31st, 2020, 3 p.m. excuse me, Eastern. If we continually review ourselves and look deep within ourselves, we start to realize that all of the things that we have believed to be true, well, as we've grown up, experienced in this life, and then remnants of past lives that we've, and even future lives that we have experienced. And as you journey within, you begin to realize that all of these things have been externalized for us. It is separate. You know, it's like when we talk about happiness and we talk about trying to find it, trying to find happiness. And we joy and bliss and all of these things. But as we venture into ourselves and as we review who and what we are, we're going to realize that that this is part of our essence. This is our natural state of being. And to know that we are already connected to the infinite. The real truth is that our soul, our God, has always been connected to the infinite and will always be forever intimately and infinitely connected to the most loving, all-powerful, super-intelligent, divine source of love and endless creativity. And any thought that makes you feel less than this or separate from the universe is simply a lie. It is misinformation and an over-identification of a ridiculous array of thoughts flying through the mind. And real, true satisfaction in life is easy. It's found through realizing the simple truth that you, all of us, are always connected to the divine. And the infinite universe is all around us now. And the great cosmic healing energy found inside of it is always available for each and every one of us to access right now. It's also very easy. The experience of connection is effortlessly found by relaxing deeply and resting within. Deeply relaxing and resting within. Get ready to totally call off the search for a bigger and better, more amazing connection. It's already here now. Your God, your soul, has already arrived. The purpose, one of the mainstays of our journey is to find these things out for ourselves. And just each of our presence is sacred. And we are deeply and intimately connected to the one vast, pure, divine presence. And this is beyond words and completely untouched by time and space. When each of us realize how sacred we are, then we are free. When your mind becomes calm and you place your attention on the heart, you will experience something so warm, so wonderfully sweet and healing, that you will not want to move. And inside your heart is an unstoppable love that has a magnificent warmth that melts all fear, destroys every worry, it solves each problem. This warm, cozy feeling is your very nature, and finding it lets everyone live in total ecstasy. Loving ourselves and all those lovable parts inside, and you will find that this campfire becoming as bright and amazing as the sun. And you get to share this love with everyone you meet today. You see how we've been just blatantly twisted and misdirected and lied to and deceived. And that's a positive thing, because we've come to the realization that we know that now. We know it. And as we master things, and mastership isn't always knowing everything. Remember that. You know, if you master something, it doesn't mean you know everything. It's just that you know enough. And we're constantly experiencing life in all possible ways. And the good, the bad, the bitter, the sweet, the dark, the light, summer, winter. And we experience in all the dualities. So we don't care to be afraid of experience. And some of us are afraid of experience. Because the more experience we have, that you have, the more mature you become. You ever notice that? You can take a 20-year-old and you can take a 60-year-old. Right? And the experience that we acquire, that we're fortunate enough to pick up, is, excuse us, it makes us more, the more mature we become. And we ask ourselves, life is a cosmic mystery. And we are constantly thrown from one experience to the next. One moment we're feeling high, then low, happy, then sad, clear, then confused. But the polarities that we experience create a divine challenge, which is meant to make us dig deeper inside for the real answer. And the real answers in life are those that transcend all questions. And they bring you directly home to the heart, the soul of your very being. This open-minded, enlightened approach to life is what is to as the discovery of the third side of the coin. Now, we all know that a coin contains two sides, yet most people forget there is a fine edge that holds the heads and tails together. That's along this third side that you can walk along that thin line, and you can be balanced in the moment, totally free from life's extremes. You are neither attached to what is good nor avoiding what is bad. You aren't trying to get somewhere better, nor trying to get away from something terrible. And when you find that magical point in between every two polar experiences in life, something very transcendental starts to occur. You find out that who you really are is that sweet sacred presence that naturally allows both polar extremes to coexist in harmony together. And it's only through riding along the edge between life's heads and tails that your inner coin cannot flip out and cause you to become one-sided. It's kind of like the yin and the yang, the balance. Excuse me. And when your mind can relax, you can balance much easier on that edge. And profound success manifests effortlessly in your life when you are experiencing a true balance within yourself. And through finding this middle path between every thought, action you take, your mind tends to remain open to abundance, love, and a divine receptivity. You find a place of freedom from these seemingly bipolar worlds, where any emotional drama could arise and never come close to touching this amazing power inside you. So it's finding the balance. It is the most enlightening explorations you could ever come across in your life. It brings instant liberation from the habit of falling into the illusion of believing in right and wrong, good and bad, sinner and saint, duality and polarity. Thinking is the wondrous, delusory job of the mind, which causes us to take on one side of the coin, pretending this one way is the way the entire universe absolutely is. You can always remember, this third side of the coin is there in every situation, in every circumstance, with every assumption and projection. You'll continuously discover a freedom that goes beyond the games the mind plays. You'll find you cannot get hooked into any negative or positive position about yourself or another person again. You'll realize you are the liberated self, which is truly free beyond it all. Now Nisargadatta said, you are neither consciousness nor its content. You are the timeless source, the supreme reality. Trust that. You are neither consciousness nor its content. You are the timeless source, the supreme reality. Trust that. With practice, the mind will one day be on your side. It will become a skilled master at seeing all three sides of every situation before it makes any assumption, belief, or assessment. The mastered mind unwillingly accepts with open arms whatever life throws at you. As you know, very soon, the third side will present itself, where you can ride that edge and be liberated from it all. Knowing that a third side of the coin always exists brings the deepest relaxation into the body, where you can let go of the mind's addictive need to figure out what is wrong and what is right. And sometimes, to really know you've reached the third side of the coin, the pendulum of life must fully swing to its opposite extreme. For example, someone who is battling with an addiction may first need to form a very rigid mental and emotional wall to push away from the substance they are addicted to. They will need to formulate a judgment about the substance, calling it evil, wrong for anyone on this planet to touch this forbidden fruit. An extreme polarization in thinking is necessary for any addict to take the first step on the path to freedom. They will need to believe themselves to be powerless over the substance before they can accept the pendulum swing towards feeling empowered again. However, for the addict to truly find peace inside, they must soften the wall that once protected them and find the divine presence inside, which needs no walls. They must discover a place inside which is much more free than their mind. This presence is so fulfilling that it has no resistance to any substance, and also free from their illusion that they can be fed and fulfilled by the substance. Having complete equanimity of mind is such a fine and delicate process. It's like trying to get this coin to balance perfectly on its thin edge. The mind will attempt to try to improve life, making things more perfect. And yet life in itself is already perfect all the time. Remember that. The mind will attempt to try to improve life, make things more perfect, and yet life in itself is already perfect all the time. Mind then has to take on the biggest chore in the universe. It has to let go, trust life, and accept this perfection that is in everything around it. Everything is deeply perfect and in balance all the time. Even though your mind may not see it, it is there. You simply need to unravel your beliefs and find the third side of the coin, and this perfection will reveal itself to you. There's no way we can forcefully push away thoughts and find peace. Any thoughts you have that you cannot accept will eventually consume your mind and destroy your peacefulness inside. Anything we create, or any time we create resistance to a memory, sensation, or feeling, coin remains stuck, only showing one side of the situation, causing your entire reality to be slanted towards the extreme. Anytime you find yourself feeling strongly for or against something, just know that your mind is being temporarily enslaved and caught in the illusion that only one side of the coin exists and is real. The secret to really being free in this life comes down to learning how to master each thought you have. This is not done through controlling. It is not done through avoiding. And it is not done through ignoring your thoughts, but by seeing them for what they are. They are just thoughts. Some are positive, some are negative, and some are neutral. It's how each and every one of us react to these thoughts, to what makes us into a master or a mouse. One who has mastered their relationship with their mind has learned how to welcome each thought in as if it were a new quest. The master allows all thoughts to come inside. Sit down, have a cup of tea, enter into the divine sanctuary of your soul, your God. Here your thoughts are transformed and seen as the enlightened gifts they actually are. Each one is a subtle clue that lights your way on the path towards a spiritual awakening. The deeper you dive into this journey of finding the third side of the coin, the more you will realize that balance in life equals profound happiness. When you find that razor's edge with eating just enough food but not too much, your body rewards you with feeling healthy, happy, and energized. When you're having just enough sex, just enough sleep, just enough intimate conversations, and just enough exercise, you'll discover a natural joy seems to follow you wherever you go. And when you're not too dependent on your partner, nor too independent and distant from them, you will find the most exquisite, natural tantric love affair naturally blossoms through. Life is truly experienced as an amazing and magical adventure when you're listening to your body's signals and respect your body enough to know when to say yes please more and when to say no thank you, I've had enough. And when you find that your mind is constantly clinging to some certain ideas, notice that it is holding on to only one side of the coin. Stop and notice how much energy you're wasting in rejecting the other side. Be curious and open your mind. What is it about the other side that is so scary for you? What would happen if you just relaxed with the other side for a few days? We can challenge ourselves to explore those realms that are frightening inside us. We start to grow and evolve as human beings. And when you can choose to accept that everything in life contains both good and bad qualities, you suddenly realize you don't have to work so hard to get your desires met. Then a natural creative flow of energy starts moving through you. And real juiciness of life takes over as you find that you have instant access to your divine essence at all times. Your task Our task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within ourselves that we have built against it. Really. Each of our tasks is not to seek, should we choose that task, is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And we talk about this all the time. It's good to be gentle with yourself in this process. You know, the third eye, the third side of the coin is always easy to find, especially when it's buried underneath a major past life lesson you came here to learn. There is an inherent blindness that every soul incarnates with. And this blindness also has a negative, positive, neutral side to it. And this means you will not be able to clearly see the karmic patterns and unconscious habits that you have until you're fully ready to release them. It's okay, though. For you, do not need to know exactly what you need to let go of until you are truly ready to let it go. And when the fruit is ripe, it will naturally fall from the tree on its own accord. It's okay if you keep learning or leaning towards a particular one-sided viewpoint and away from another. When the soul is ready to grow, it will, and you'll receive the life lesson you need. Everything happens at the perfect time and place, where your soul can receive and integrate each lesson fully. If you try forcing your mind to walk perfectly on this razor's edge, you may feel like you need 1 million lifetimes as a Zen master to get it perfectly perfect. And the real goal here is not to perfect your life. Your life is already perfect. So it's more a matter of seeing the perfection that is already here now. This means being open and thankful for the lessons you're here to learn. So the sweet pendulum of life will swing to extremes, testing your ability, remaining centered, and riding your edge. When you can remain perfectly still and silent in the center of the cyclone, then all those voices in your head don't have a chance at taking you hostage. By being so centered at the core of your consciousness, no matter what life throws at you, you can simply relax deeper into it, receiving it with real gratitude and joy. This is the sign of a true master. And inside of this person, a stillness is found wherever they go. By simply bringing your consciousness into every one of your actions, the master will blossom within you, and your life will become the most amazing, beloved teaching you could ever imagine. When I look inside and see that I am nothing, that is wisdom. When I look outside and see that I am everything, that is love. And between these two, my life turns. Nazargadatta Maharaji. It's good to remember that we cannot fully control anything in this life, nor would we want to. Some wise beings say the only thing you have control over is your response to life. Yet, on some deeper karmic level, you may not have 100% control over this. There is a power, there is a presence running through us that is so penetrating, it reaches into the very fabric of our thinking process. The universe is always much more intelligent than we can comprehend. It is this divine intelligence that is truly running the show. And the more you can surrender your life to it and trust it, the more you will know exactly what you need to do, where to go, what you must need to know to manifest every dream you're wanting to create in this lifetime. Master. We are mastering our journey in these lives. We are mastering our feelings, our thoughts. We are mastering every step we take. It is if when you step on the surface of the earth, you can go and beam right down and look at the majesty and the spectacularness of the earth, the life in it, in your foot, and how it lays onto the soil, and how every part of it moves and how it literally springs you forward. You can go into the deepness of all things and understand. You can take it even further, and you will. And as you master everything, and that's what we're here to do. We master. We are perfect perfection. We are divine. So in this life, we're experiencing. And as we experience, we can choose to master the experience or to ignore the experience. It is up to us. And as we continue the journey and as we relax within ourselves, we become more at peace because we discover that it is our natural state of being. And just about everything that this construct, this matrix, has been thrown in front of us is wrong. All of it is wrong. It is false. But we begin to understand that, and we begin to master that understanding. We begin to master it as an experience. It's everything that we are mastering, experience, learning, and literally perfecting this life, even though it is perfect. We are perfecting the experience of the life that is perfect. And it is a mastership. And guess what? We are mastering. And is it a big deal to know that, oh, I'm a master? No. It is part of our process. It is part of the knowing, the learning. And there's much ahead of us. There are several layers that we must travel through in this matrix, in this illusion, before we are fully freed from all of the constructs, all of the things at all levels that have deceived us. And there are many. So in this meditation, mastering. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies. How do we do that? We let go. We surrender. All of it. All of the clutter, all of the heaviness, all of the fears, worries, and stress, all the things that we choose to carry with ourselves. And yes, we choose to carry them. So we relax the body and we we ease into ourselves. We ease into the gods that we are. We just ease in. And as we ease in to the gods that we are, the body relaxes. It has no reason to be stressed because actually you're in that space between heartbeats. You're in the silence. There's a nothingness that exists. When you find the nothingness, you go into deep relaxation. As you relax the body, your body, you want to move into the now. Why do we want to move into the now? The now is all that we have. We have the past, the present, and future all going on in the now. The now stills the ego mind. It also steals the subconscious mind. It puts us in a place of tranquility, of nothingness. Now, a lot will go into the past, drag the past, go into the closet, drag all the bags out, take all those bags into the future to create their futures. Is it a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. But why would you want to do that? Why would you want to relive everything in your future? You've already lived in your past. It's over. It's gone. And why would we want to run into the future to find out what's going to go on and happen in our futures when we're in the now creating our futures? That's kind of called putting the cart before the horse. Contentment, mastering in the now. Knowing these things is the empowering part. Knowing these things intimately, consciously, is wonderful. So as we relax the body and we move into the now, we want to breathe. Breathing is so important for our bodies. We breath in through the nose, and we breath out through the mouth. As we breath in through the nose, we hold it for about 3 seconds. And the 3 seconds are, I am love, I am light. In any order you want. I am light, I am love, I am. I am light, I am love, I am. That's the 3 seconds. And then you nicely exhale, breath out through the mouth. This is a wonderful feeling. The breathing empowers us, focuses us, brings us and keeps us in the now. When you focus on your breathing, everything is stilled. Only the breath. You listen to the breath. You listen to your breathing. A lot of people think this is strange, but as you do it, you will begin to master the understanding of why you do it. What is its connection? What is its purpose? Now, as we breath in, we want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking, but as we breath in through the nose, we are breathing in divine positive energy. Divine positive energy is in the essence of all things. It is in from source creation, that which created us. And it comes in through the God within and through into the heart mind and vibrational frequency that communicates with us. And mastering, this is not an ego thing. This is a knowing. It is not a label. It is a knowing. It is connection. It is connected to our perfection. And we master. What are you doing, Sam? I am mastering this particular experience. I am mastering to know how to walk up this incline safely. I am mastering how to be an effective and perfect driver. I am mastering my relationship with my God within. I am mastering the knowing of peace within me. I am mastering the knowing of the love that I am. Doesn't mean you're there yet. It means that you are pursuing within you the journey of understanding of who and what you are. You are mastering it. Now, as we breath out, what are we breathing out? We're breathing out all of the things that oppose this journey that we've chosen to embrace. All the things that oppose it. All of these crazy thoughts that come in. All of the unknowingness, the feeling of not sure. The confidence is low. A lot of things come in, rush in, because we do. We know we have all these thoughts. They come in all the time. And are they random? Oh, yes, many of them are. But imagine you have a supermarket. It is literally eternally full of all these thoughts, and you've got your cart, and the cart never fills up, and you can pick the ones that you want to embrace and take in through the heart mind, create a reality with it. Now, are you going to know for sure what that thought is going to bring you? No, you're not. But that's part of the experience. That's part of the fun. Part of the whimsicalness of this life that we are in and experiencing and perfecting. Now, we are in the heart mind. We literally operate in the heart mind. We oversee the ego mind and all of these thoughts. It's fun. There's no way in this journey could we ever become bored at all. Quite the opposite. So we are in the kingdom of God within us, the heart mind. We're in stillness of mind. We're in non-judgment, non-negativity, non-ego. We're in gentleness and kindness, generosity and humbleness. We are in joy, peace, bliss, tranquility, and benevolence. We have many with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of them. And there are trillions of them. And they are of the highest, of the deepest eternal love, from the highest of the deepest eternal love, the highest of deepest gratitudes. And then we have the ascended masters. Many of them, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Thoth, Tel, and many, many more. And they are out of physical body. They have ascended out of physical body. They have mastered many things. They are always learning. We are mastering many things. We are always learning. We're always experiencing. We're always changing. They are of the highest of deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest of deepest gratitudes. We interact with them always. We interact with the archangels always. There are trillions of them. We see them at times in humanoid form. We sense them, we feel them. The same with the ascended masters. And we're all here. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light, our halo. In this meditation, in the circle of light. As we do this around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, we encase the planet and we encase ourselves in the perfection of divinity that we are, of the highest highs of deep eternal love, of that which created us through source creation. This means that we are aware of the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, our healing power, our purple transmuting flame. We can transmute anything we desire that we really don't care to embrace. Transmute it into neutralized substance, send it back to source creation for repurposing. The violet ray, we we have the ability to cleanse, purify all areas, all lower frequencies. White fire, our armor of the highest, deepest, eternal love. The violet blue flaming light, violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, are strength and resolve of that which we are. These are reminders. They identify parts of us. And the golden white pink light of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, the deepest gratitude, source creation. That which created Mother, Father, God, the feminine and masculine. Time source creator God. All of us. The archangels, the ascended masters, all of us. So we're at such a high vibrational frequency in this now, the only way low frequencies can ever invade or penetrate is if we lower our frequencies and open the front door. So we are protected 24/7. Now, as we begin to float up, levitate above the planet, we step outside of our bodies. We float above our heads. We're just floating. And we literally are receiving constantly the flow of source creation, of all things, of perfection, of love. These things come in, and we choose to embrace and to begin to understand masterfully. Now, as we do this, we literally are compelled to call upon our other brothers and sisters, the other parts of source creation. All of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest of deepest gratitudes. Join us in this meditation, this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come in the Gugaplexes. What is a Gugaplex? It is to understand that one Gugaplex can fill this entire universe. Take a look at the Milky Way galaxy in a picture format. Understand its vastness. That is one galaxy. There are billions in this universe. Understand the majesty and the scope of one Gugaplex. And they come in thousands of Gugaplexes. Their gods with our gods with theirs. Arm in arm, hand in hand, in this now, in this circle of light, this meditation. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we're all one. And we're all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. These are many civilizations, and only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the galactics, the off-worlders, just to name a few: the Arcturians, the Andromedans, Pleiadians, Sirians, and many, many, many more. And only those who are of the highest, of deepest love, from the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitudes, join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of life. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, kindness, gentleness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, benevolence, joy, bliss, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. And they come in billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They're gods with our gods with theirs. And they are with us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. And only those who are of the highest of deepest eternal love, from the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitudes, can join us in this meditation, this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-ego, non-judgment, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, peace, joy, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we're all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. And we call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, this meditation, this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, peace, joy, tranquility, benevolence. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitude, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. And they come in the trillions. Fairies, sprites, elves, dwarves, gnomes, trees, elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more, in shapes, sizes, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. In the trillions, their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It saturates everything, everywhere. It continues to expand. It transforms the sacredness of space into the highest, highest of highs of deep, eternal love, light, energy. It grays the darkness of space. Its light is so bright. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. We created this sphere. It's at center circle. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the meditations, all in motion eternally. This is consciousness. This is the collective consciousness of all that there is. You can feel it flood you, your physical body, your God, inside and out, head to toe. You are a master. You master your experiences. And you flow of that which you are. The kingdom of God. The joy. The bliss. The peace. You master every step of the way. You don't take things for granted. Everything is divine. Everything is perfection. You flow. You master. You're in silence in between each heartbeat. You're in kindness, gentleness, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, benevolence, peace, joy, bliss. You master the understanding of this. We look down upon the planet, Earth, Gaia. We see all of our brothers and sisters. We see all of life. And all of the gods within each and every one, all of the sparks of creation, all of them, all being flooded with the perfection and the divineness of source creation's deep eternal love, that they too become aware and that they too take the journey within themselves to discover the divineness that they truly are, the love that they are, the peace that they are, the power that they are. And then they too begin to master. Way beyond anything that they could ever find outside of themselves. And we are all one, and we are all love. And our God-light energy is eternal. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. in a constant mastering at different levels, different understandings. We're constantly mastering so that we can perfect. We are perfection, so doesn't it make sense that we're constantly perfecting? So in gentleness and kindness and peace and stillness of mind, go through the rest of your day, evening and night and following morning, and bask in the perfection that you are and the master that you are. We'll be back here Saturday, February 1st, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern.